Are we, the people of Earth, on the verge of technological destruction? Has our use and testing of nuclear weapons already triggered an interdimensional countdown that is now moving us as a planet towards some kind of interstellar intervention?
Even though there's clearly no evidence, I want to emphasize this, that these extraterrestrial civilizations are hostile towards us, I think they're very worried about our hostility. I always turn this on its head, because most of these sort of documentaries are always like alien invasion and all this stuff. No. The issue is that, if they were hostile, we would know it by now. It's clear to me that what's going on is that they're very concerned that at the time that humanity reached the ability to go into space, early space exploration, 50s, we also had already developed weapons of mass destruction and thermonuclear and hydrogen bombs and stuff. And that the coincidence of that, the coming together of those two things, put a big red flag over Earth. And so if you look at the databases from the 50s, 60s, 70s on forward, not only in the United States, but in Great Britain, in the Soviet Union, in China, that wherever we had space, aerospace, and nuclear facilities, there were a lot of these so-called UFOs being seen.
These groups that are interested in us, at least seem to show some benevolence, I think would probably step in and keep us from blowing the hell out of ourselves, if it push come to shove.
The onset of the whole UFO phenomena beginning about 1946-47, and that I don't think it's coincidence that coincided with our development of nuclear weapons. And I think that out in the universe, they were horrified. They said, oh my God, the kids have found the matches. Well, they don't want us to destroy ourselves, and they don't want us to destroy this planet, and yet they're prohibited from directly intervening in our affairs and in our evolution. So I think that we've got crop circles and animal mutilations and abductions and sightings and increasing sightings and all like that, so that it's not directly impacting on us, and yet over this conditioning period we are coming to understand that we're not the only ones in the universe. And I think they're trying to kind of boost us up the evolutionary ladder so that we can grow to be full-class members of the intergalactic community, instead of destroying ourselves through our petty bickering wars and nuclear holocaust.
Like the dawning of a new day, the internet is quickly sweeping away the darkness. The truth will not be stopped.
We're now seeing this wall of censorship cracking apart in the United States. Just recently we had a major TV network special, and I found it absolutely amazing because Peter Jennings of ABC just very matter-of-factly told a national audience that the Robinson panel of the 50s and the Operation Blue Book, Project Blue Book of the 60s were not really scientific-based investigations. They were just public relations efforts to try to get people not to be thinking about UFOs. So in other words, all you folks out there who are old enough to have seen all the newspaper reports on the Robinson panel and hear what Blue Book said, it's just hogwash. Never mind.
The non-human intelligence presence has been here for a long time. That Colonel Philip Corso said there are 57 different races, and that some accords were made to talk about their presence, whether it be Hollywood, movies, or whatever, including the ABC special, that if it isn't done soon, they will probably do it.
Extraterrestrials are not a national security issue. They're an educational and social issue for our society, and they may be a spiritual issue.
When I retired from the military, I went to work for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and I worked with them for 14 years. So I've got 42 years of government service behind me, and throughout all those years I had the very highest security classification you could have, top secret. When I was at NATO in 1963 through 1967, I had cosmic top secret, which was and still is the highest level of security in NATO. That's how I got involved in this crazy UFO field.
Through the 50s and 60s and 70s, we referred to aliens as extraterrestrials. But now that science has been catching up with us to a certain degree, we have changed our definition of an alien. It's probably more accurate to call them extra-dimensional beings, because that would explain their ability to traverse vast distances. They operate in more dimensions. I mean, even the current theoretical model of the universe is upwards of 30 dimensions. So we're living in a multidimensional universe, and so it's not uncommon to theorize that we're going to encounter beings that operate in more dimensions than we do. And that would explain a lot of the phenomenon related to UFOs, how they're able to appear and disappear, move very fast, do all the things that the ETs go, walk through walls, have remarkable psychic abilities and sort of communicate telepathically. It would really go a long way to explaining the phenomenon surrounding it. What looks like magic to us can really be explained through extra dimensionality.
Are any of us really prepared for the kind of paradigm shift that would come with not just disclosure, but with contact and communication with intelligences from other worlds? Is it possible that as a species we have reached the point that our minds actually filter and generate acceptable constructs, which all too often become our day-to-day realities?
There is so little of your reality that is really based on truth that it's just stunning.